So in this video, I'm going to break down by giving you realistic examples how much it costs you to properly start an e-commerce business. I'm not going to be talking about like starting a side hustle and thinking about it today and then forgetting about it tomorrow. Sometime you need to know how much it's going to cost you because it's going to cost you something. Either it's going to cost you some money or it's going to cost you some time. So in this video, I'm going to break down each and everything, giving you a real examples, what you can do, how much it's going to cost you, how much time it's gonna take, all that kind of stuff as well. So before any delay, let's get started. My name is Zencha. I've been selling on eBay and Amazon from past 11 years. I have launched 207 private labels. 207 private labels. I have over 6,000 listings on eBay. All of them are proper items and I've been selling them from past 11 years. My revenue go over £500,000 every single year. So if you are new to this channel, I can promise you by watching this channel, you will be one step closer every single day to your financial goal. So consider subscribing, hit the like button. If you have any question, ask me in the comments. Let's address the topic of today. So the first cost that we need to keep in mind is a business registration and an account cost. So business registration just costs you £12. You can register your business, you can get a business bank account and you can use Osome for that. They will charge you £12 and they will do each and everything for you. They will know what paperwork to get, all that kind of stuff as well. So it is very simple and easy. Only pay £12 and then if you do it by yourself, you will have to pay £12 as well. So I'm going to put the link for them inside the description. If you use Osome, your business will be registered. You will be ready to sell on eBay and Amazon and it only costs you £12. So business registration and a business bank account is the first thing, only cost you £12. The second thing is having an account cost. If you create an account on eBay, it is completely free. I recommend creating a business account. There is no monthly payment for that. There is a monthly payment if you subscribe to eBay store. You don't need a subscription until you have a 70 items per sale at least. I explained in a detail in a separate video, but in short, if you don't have a 70 listing, 70 item, do not subscribe for monthly subscription on eBay. Having a simple business pay-as-you-go bank account is completely fine. On Amazon, it's a different story. You need at least a professional plan. That's the minimum one because the personal and individual plan is not suitable. So having a professional plan costs around £30 including VAT. This is the cost of having an account on eBay and Amazon. There is no cost of having an account on eBay. There is a £30 cost of having an account on Amazon. So this is the way your business registration, your account is ready. Now, second thing that you need to keep in mind, once you sell on eBay, once you sell on Amazon, you will have to pay fee to these platforms as well. So the fee will be only charged once you will sell something. There is no upfront cost to for the fee. Normally that fee is somewhere between 10 to 15% depending on in what category you sell in, but 10 to 15 is a good number to keep in mind. So let's say you sell an item worth £100, then you will have to pay a commission, a fee, a cut to eBay and Amazon, which will be around 10 to 15 pound. This is something that you also have to keep in mind. Now let's talk about inventory and a product cost. Obviously we need to sell something on eBay and Amazon. I'm saying eBay and Amazon because cost of selling is going to be very much similar on both of them. First of all, there are three types of business models that you will have to keep in mind. Number one is going to be dropshipping, second retail arbitrage, and number three is going to be private label or we call wholesale on eBay as well. Three of them have a different cost. There are the different things that you can expect out of it as well. So first of all, let's talk about dropshipping. The thing with the dropshipping, there is no upfront inventory cost. It's not like you have to buy something in bulk from Alibaba, but there are some type of cost related to dropshipping as well. It is not going to be always completely free, but it can be done on a very lower budget. Always I recommend once you start dropshipping, you will have to have some sort of software which can manage your dropshipping business. So for example, for eBay dropshipping, AutoDS is the best software out there. So it only costs you $1 to get started with AutoDS. Down the line, you can upgrade it to a paid plan once you see, okay, it is working well for you, it is profitable for you, so you can make that decision. So $1 is not much to get started with AutoDS. So for example, if you're gonna start dropshipping using AutoDS. Now let's calculate how much it's gonna cost you in general. One thing to keep in mind, once you come inside the AutoDS, here are all the products that they have. So for example, I need to list this particular product. I'm gonna click on import draft, and then once I click on import draft, I will come inside the draft, and then this product, as soon as I'm gonna click on import right here, this one will be listed onto my eBay store. So for example, now let's calculate the cost. The buying price for this one is $458. So let's say I put this on a sale on my eBay store. I get 1 order, 2 order, 3 orders for this one. Let's put like 10 orders just to make it easy. And the price for this one, let's think about it is £5, just to make our calculations easy as well. Once I'm gonna receive 10 orders for this one, obviously it gonna cost me £50 to process these orders. Because the thing with it, even though I already have sold these one, but eBay will actually hold my funds for a few days. So it can take 2 days, it can take 3 days. So let's say your budget is £100 to get started with dropshipping, which is a very decent budget. What you can do in that case, you can only sell maybe 20 of these, and then you can stop, process the 20 orders, and then you can stop selling, receive the payout from the eBay, and then you can slowly, obviously you're not gonna sell it for £5, you're gonna sell it for higher price, so you're gonna make some profit out of it as well. So all the profit you can reinvest back in your business, and you can obviously take it from there. So software cost maybe somewhere between £10 to £15, but you can get started with $1. And then down the line, if you need to scale your business, obviously I would say £100 is a very decent money to get started with the dropshipping. You can get started with £50 as well, but depending on like what item you're gonna sell and like how long it's gonna take to actually receive the payment from the eBay. Because once the customer will pay, the payment will go to eBay. eBay will hold your money for 2 to 3 days, and then they will actually release it into your account with the profit, each and everything. So this is something you're gonna have to keep in mind before you start a dropshipping. Second thing that I wanna talk about is obviously retail arbitrage. Retail arbitrage is another business model which is very simple to get started with as well. So for example, I start retail arbitrage business. I done a video on WD-40. I done like many other videos on my channel as well, like recommending you different products. So for example, I go to Poundland, I see this item, and then on eBay this item is being sold for a higher price depending on whatever item you are going for. Let's say I buy 10 of these, it's gonna cost me £15 to buy 10 of these. You can buy them upfront, that is entirely up to you, because once you from a retail shop, once you buy something upfront, they will give you receipt. If they don't sell, you can always return the item within 30 days. So you don't have anything to lose here. But the thing with the upfront, once you are buying 10 of them, obviously it's gonna cost you about £15, and then this is something you're gonna have to keep in mind depending on what item you are going for. But generally, retail arbitrage also depends on what type of products you're gonna go for, and then you always can return them back. So the way I used to do it, for example, I listed this WD-40. I'm just gonna make one listing and I will see how it is going. It can be any other item as well. So once I receive the order, I'm going to Poundland or retail shop wherever I listed my item from. I'm not gonna buy one. I'm gonna buy like 2, 3, 4 of them, keep some of them in stock. I always know if they don't sell, I can always return it back. And this is, you can test and try many different items. But in short, retail arbitrage is also something maybe £50 to £100, depending on what products you wanna go for, is a decent budget to get started with. But obviously, the more you put into it, the more you get out of it. The same thing with the dropshipping as well. The more item that you can list, the more order that you can process, the more money you invest back into the business, the quicker you will be able to scale that business as well. Now let's talk about my favorite one, a third one, private label business model on eBay, private label business model on Amazon. Both of them are something that you will be able to scale it quicker, because obviously you can buy something in bulk from China, you can send it to fulfillment center. There are fulfillment center for Amazon. There are third parties who offer a fulfillment for eBay as well. This is a business which is going to be more profitable because there is some sort of barrier to entry. How much is barrier to entry, you ask? How much is gonna cost you? For example, I sell mobile mobile phone and accessories, right? These cables, I see like iPhone cable. I don't have iPhone one, but just to kind of show you this one here. This cable, they cost around 30p once we buy them from China, right? Let's say I want to start with 100 of these. 100 is very less for these cable because they sell very quicker. Even if you want to get started with the thousands of these cable, let's say you buy 500 for Samsung or 500 for iPhone, you are getting started with thousands of different cable. You can choose different color, you can choose different length. You will have to spend around 300 to 400, let's say 500 pound including the shipping. Now you have this item that you can probably will be able to sell 3 for 10 pound, and you can scale this quicker. So if somebody asks me they want to get into private labeling on eBay or wholesale or private labeling on Amazon, I always say, look, 2 to 300 is a decent budget to get started with, depending on what products you will go for, how much variety you want to have in the products that you're going to buy. So overall, the point which I'm trying to make, it always going to depend on the product. But in general, top line, you want to get started decently. If you have 500 pound, it's a really, really good way to get started. And this is what I always say to my course students as well, like maximum 500 pound, including all the tools, if you're going to go in a private label business model. But drop shipping, you can start on a lower scale as well. The main thing which a lot of people forget as well, the one other thing that you have to keep in mind, it is our taxes. Taxes takes away a lot of your profit. So income tax is about 20%, 9% is about national insurance number. So anytime once you are calculating a product, keep in mind there are going to be taxes at the same time. Then obviously your equipment cost, you might gonna need a printer, you might gonna need a decent computer, but you can, like, in the start, I'm not really trying to tell you you're gonna need all of these things, but you can absolutely get started with a mobile. Like in the beginning, what I used to do, I didn't had a printer or labels or all that kind of stuff as well. I used to use like a bin bag to pack my item, and then just take a piece of paper, write the address with pen and paper, and then go into the post office. These are the things can be managed in the beginning. So slowly, once you scale the business, you can take care of it. So for the taxes and for the equipment, this is something you're gonna have to keep in mind. There are some like accounting costs which are going to be, those are not expensive. Like you can use Osome for that. I'm gonna put the link for them inside the description. Like little as like for the e-commerce business, you can get started with, depending on how much sale you're gonna get, they have a different plan for each and everybody. So all the things which I mentioned, I'm gonna put the link for them inside the description. If you're somebody who is looking to get started, I have a different training programs. I'm gonna put the link for them inside the description as well. And how to use AutoDS, I have a full video on that. If you're interested in started drop shipping, this video is going to be right here.